Good morning and welcome to Dobotsu Kyoji, the Animal Liberation Temple, where we are at the service of the spiritual and physical liberation of our dear animal friends. I wanted to say good morning to Tracy Ford, as well as Christine Ratton. Thank you for joining in on our live stream. So happy to see you folks here. Let's get started with our morning updates. I want to start with the animals first, and then we'll talk a little bit about the temple and myself. Um, we have our duck friends who are finishing up their breakfast this morning. Breve, Grave, Amanda, and Renee, who are doing really well. I got my dog friend Lucy here to my right, kind of sleeping in a little bed, being really cute. Bernard's inside of the house right now so that the tortoises can eat. Missy's wandering around here somewhere, being a cute little dog. Then we have my goat friends down the hill, Rob, Matt, and Philip, who are doing really well. Saw them yesterday. Miyachi the tortoise is hanging out in the sun and should be eating breakfast, but he's not. Then we have Toshi and Tommy. Toshi's eating breakfast. Tommy's just kind of hanging out in the sun as well. Then we have our turkey friends, Priya and Harriet, also finishing up their breakfast. My rooster friends, Jack's over here in the main aviary and Jimmy over there doing really well. And then we have the new third aviary with Wendy the guinea fowl and Brad and Kudu the roosters. They're doing really well. And then in the main aviary we have our rooster friends Sabrina May, Hard One, Magnus, and Roger, also doing really well. Then we have our hens in the main aviary, which is Glennis, Gwen, Alice, Melissa, Sunny, Dora, and Daniela, also all doing really well. My rat friends, Yamabushi and Hasu, inside the house are doing well. Sequoia, the house dove, is also doing well. And then we have the Cornwall Corner over here with Poppy, Aster, Ivy, Azalea, Peony, Cynthia, Lotus, Edward, Magnolia, Hazel, Sage, Marigold, Camilla, Hydrangea, Holly, and Zinnia, all doing phenomenal. We have the 39 pigeons in the pigeon aviary: FP, Champagne, Appletini, Tulin, Sasha, Yo-Yo, Petey, Ricky, Spencer, Shambles, Beluga, Beth, Pee-wee, Cascade, Augustus, Frankie, Rufus, Harper, Elliot, Snickers, Boba, Kismet, Farah, Angus, Pandora, Jones, Sin, Harriet, Lago, Fred, Chamonto, Halo, Vin, Capone, Thimble, Percy, Pacino, Lacey, and Sasha the Second, also all doing really well. And then, of course, we have our four foster ducks who are also doing really good. So those are the updates on all of the residents. Everybody seems to be doing really well. Two of the hens got into a little bit of a scuffle this morning in the Cornwall Corner. That didn't last but a few seconds, and so hopefully they're going to be doing okay. Oh, good morning, Pastor Rob. Thank you for sharing to so many groups. I really appreciate that. So this week I have uh, one. I've been at the Animal Liberation Conference starting on Thursday. The last few days. Thanks to, I want to send a special thanks to Marielle, who's been volunteering here so that I can be away at the ALC and do some really important, phenomenal work there. So I'm really grateful for Marielle, who's been able to, take care of all the residents here so that I can be away and do some important work for the Animal Liberation Conference. I wanted to share a quick video with folks. Hopefully this works. To kind of show you what we've been up to and a project that I helped work on. Just bear with me as it kind of just make a small adjustment. So I really hope that that shared correctly. Maybe people can let me know um, how that went. But yeah, so I think that was Daisy and Fern who were rescued just this past Friday, I believe. Um, from moments from entering a slaughterhouse to really brave activists, friends, made sure that Fern and Daisy got out. They were in really, really bad health, and they were taken immediately to get veterinarian care. And I really hope they're doing well now. And as soon as I get an update, I'll share with folks how Fern and Daisy are doing. But I want to thank people like Marielle who you know enabled me to help with that project so that I could assist them with that particular project so that because Marielle was here um, able to care for the animals. So rescue like that always is a huge effort, and it involves a lot of people behind the scenes. I think that's something I want people to realize, that like when you see like a one or two chickens being rescued or a calf being rescued, there's probably half a dozen, if not 50 people behind the scenes sometimes to make those rescues happen, from the people who are you know getting them to veterinarian care, to the people who are making sure everything is aligned and set up straight. So we're really happy for Fern and Daisy. So that's kind of what I've been working on this week, and so very tired, and I still have a few more days left of the conference where I'll be attending some seminars and talks, and I'll get a little bit more into that today. I did have a really great experience while I was there, an epiphany, and I wanted to share. So we'll talk about that in today's talk. But let us continue with the prayers and the dedication of merit. I'm sorry, the prayers and the sutras to our dear animal friends, our residents here, all the animals around the world, especially my animal friends who are, still in the transport trucks or the slaughterhouses or the factory farms around the world. Dedicating those prayers to them, and as always, our dear wild animal friends who are nearby, and our insect friends, and all of your companion animal friends at home, and your wild animal friends that are nearby. We'll start with the recitation of the Great Heart of Wisdom Sutra, recited in Japanese, found on page 4 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. マカハンヤハラミタシンギョ漢字財菩薩行人般若ハラミタ自相公業恩海苦道一切苦役者利子式福苦不意式式属税苦苦属税式重創業式薬分業税者利子税商法空想不傷不滅不苦不浄不増不減税国出無式無重創業式無限に微絶心に無式証拠未速報無限界内し無意識界無無明薬無無明人内し無老し薬無老し人無苦種滅道無知薬無得意無所特攻膨大さ大般若波羅蜜多高深無形下無形下公無苦分類一切天道無足行涅槃三世小仏へ般若波羅蜜多高徳はのくたら三役三菩提高知般若波羅蜜多税来真宗税来妙宗税無常宗税無東道宗の上一切苦真実不幸故絶般若波羅蜜多種族絶種圧ギャテギャテハラギャテハラソギャテポジソワカ般若心経願わくはこの功徳をもってあまねく一切に及ぼし我ら投資者富な友の仏道 Animal Liberation を Daisy を Fern を Tinkerbell を Queen を上善ことを地方三子佛子孫菩薩佛子孫菩薩モコサモコホジャホロミAnd we now recite the refuge prayer in Tibetan and then in English, page 8 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. Sangye Chadan Saki Chanam La Janju Patuk Technique Gyapsuchi Daki jinso gipe sanam ge drola pender sange juparsho. The Buddha, Dharma, and excellent assembly of the Sangha. Until I attain enlightenment in these, I take refuge. By my practice of the six perfections, may all sentient beings attain the state of Buddhahood. And we now recite the four great Bodhisattva vows, Shigi Seigan. Yojo Muhen Segando. Bono Mudien Segandan. Omon Muryo Segangak. Otsudo Mujo Seganjo. However numerous sentient beings, I vow to enlighten them all. However immeasurable the dharmas, I vow to master them all. However endless the enlightened way, I vow to follow it fully. And we now recite the 6 vows to our dear animal friends. However numerous my dear animal friends, I vow to liberate them all. However diverse the methods of animal liberation, I vow to support them all. However unheard their voices, I vow to speak out for them all. However painful and inexhaustible the methods of suffering, I vow to bear witness to them all. However infinite the cages and tanks, I vow to empty them all. However difficult animal liberation, I vow to achieve it completely. I also would like to dedicate some mantras and healing practice, as well as the practice of helping transition for our dear animal friends, specifically Neil's friend Tinkerbell, who has had some long-term health issues, and his British blue cat Quinn, who's very elderly and coming up to the end of his life. So we'll recite the Medicine Buddha mantra for our dear, for Neil's dear companion animal friends. Om Bhagate Bhagate Maha Bhagate Raja Samugate Soha. 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 Om Bhagate Bhagate Maha Bhagate Radha 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 Samugate Soha. Again, I just wanted to mention we're praying for the health and comfort for Tinkerbell and Quinn specifically, Neil's friends. Um, I'm not sure, Jackie, if they've passed, but it's important to, that they receive healing energy even if they're near the end of their life. That when it is their time, that their passing will be peaceful. Thank you, Conrad, for also dedicating prayers, and everyone else here live and who will watch this later on in the week, maybe watching it on YouTube. Please remember our dear animal friends in your prayers, especially our dear friend Tinkerbell and Quinn. We'll now recite the 100-syllable Vajrasattva purification mantra. Om Vajrasattva Maya Nupalaya Vajrasattva Nopatista Jido Me Bava Sitosho Me Bava Siposho Me Bava Anurato Me Bava Sava Sita Me Priyacha Sava Karma Situ Me Chichim Shri Yam Guru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tata Gata Vajrama Me Mucha Vajri Bava Maha Samamya Safaha. This at the Animal Liberation Conference, I had multiple good experiences. One of them was I connected with this woman from the East Coast who is working on animal chaplaincy chaplain program. So having more folks out there who can be a advocate for the spiritual needs of our dear animal friends, possibly helping, their companions with the passing of their companion animal friends, helping our non-human animals simply with the transition of from life to death. And I think this is a really important work, and I'm glad to hear that more people are taking this on. So that was a really lovely experience to be able to see other folks who are also concerned about the spiritual welfare of our dear animal friends and are working towards, not only the spiritual but physical liberation of our dear animal friends. I also got to meet one of the directors of a new documentary coming out called Behind the Walls, and it's by the Farm Transparency Project in Australia. They're the same people who produced Dominion, and I'm sure those of you watch Dominion, maybe a very difficult watch. And we only saw a portion, maybe one section of this new film that's going to be coming out called Behind the Walls. And I wanted to share my experience with that. I have wrestled a lot with this idea of should we be watching footage that may be difficult to watch, that may be graphic in nature, that maybe shows the final moments of one of our dear animal friends' lives. And I'm going to give my extremely controversial opinion on this matter, and maybe it'll cause me to lose followers or cause me to lose people who tune in every week. But this service, as well as the Animal Liberation Temple, is here to serve our dear animal friends first. We pride ourselves on the fact that we are a place for, first of all, for our non-human animal friends, and we absolutely embrace our human animal friends as well. And I want everyone to be healthy, and I desire very much for all my human friends to take care of their mental health, and I think that's important to remember. At the same time, I'm a little upset at one is how many folks, how many maybe vegan folks who, upon hearing that this video and this film might be slightly graphic in nature, difficult to watch, they immediately opted out. With and actually, I don't have the problem with opting out. I usually have an issue with why. And often the reason why is given that I'm already vegan. I don't need to continue watching these films. I've often advocated on this platform that veganism is not enough to help our dear animal friends, and I've advocated that veganism is simply just the act of not doing. It's all the things that we don't do, and although that is good on itself, and is good that we don't do bad things, it's good that we don't do wrong things. It is just simply not doing a bad thing. It's just simply not participating in exploitation and the murder and execution of our dear animal friends. But the reason why I think that, these videos that are made, I don't think are made to make people necessarily go vegan. And if they do, that's great. And they probably should. But I think what's more powerful is that these videos are for vegans to watch. Because I think it's a reminder of the impact and the urgency that our dear animal friends face. Why do we need to continuously bear witness on why do we need to see these videos again? It's because it's still happening. And please, my dear friends, understand that I'm still very raw from emotions, from being close to many of my animal friends who are probably dead now. who probably passed away, maybe thousands of them, that I interacted with over the past few days, and are now dead. They are now they were executed. So when these videos come out, when brave activists go into these places and take live footage and take video and show the world what is happening inside of slaughterhouses, even as vegans, we have a responsibility to bear witness. And the reason why is not because, it's not because you're not vegan yet. The reason why is because it's still happening. The reason why is because it hasn't ended. It didn't stop when you went vegan. The killing, the execution of our friends are still happening. And if we hope to end it, we need to remind ourselves over and over that it's still happening. And I realize you need to take care of your mental health. And please be cautious when doing this. And I'm not telling you that you need to watch every news feed that comes up with graphic content of animal abuse. I'm not telling you that. I don't do that ever. I see them, I just scroll on by. And I expect folks to do the same. And that's fine. But what I'm asking is, like, when an important movie like Dominion came out, and when Behind the Walls will be coming out soon, I want folks to set aside time in your life. I want you to judge when your mental health is at a good place. Maybe surround yourself with friends and loved ones. Make yourself comfortable. Prepare yourself and sit down and bear witness and watch these films and realize the urgency that is happening, and the urgency that you need to take action immediately to help our dear animal friends. I watched that film, and while watching it, I sat in the back by myself, and had just gotten off of a farm myself, and was already raw with emotions, and then to see another species being, cruelly executed, brought me to tears, and probably wasn't the best time for me to watch that film. But while watching it, I made a promise to myself, like many of the promises I've made to my dear animal friends. And my promise is this: I will not stop bearing witness. I will not stop looking. I will not close my eyes until all of this exploitation, murder, execution of all my dear animal friends is ended. Until we achieve complete animal liberation, I will not close my eyes. I will not turn away. I will continue to bear witness. So that is my more controversial message I'm giving today. And I know a lot of people don't like that, and I know a lot of people avoid these films. And I understand that it's difficult. And I'm not telling you to recklessly do this. I'm not telling you to even do what I did and go into a farm and then hours later watch this film. That's maybe too much. And I'm not even telling you to watch it the second it comes out. I'm telling you to take care of your mental health, find a support system, and make sure you continue to bear witness, and make sure you continue to keep your eyes open. Make sure that the plight of our dear animal friends is still pulling at your heartstrings, and that you continue to take action in any way possible. If that's holding a sign on the street, if that's participating in an investigation, if that is signing a petition, if that is getting laws to change, do all of it. This is really important. That's that's my talk for today, and I want people to think about those things and reach out to me. And if you need help watching these films, we could do it remotely. If there's a film you want to see, tell me where we can watch it, and we'll sit down and we'll watch it remotely together. I'm absolutely here for you to do that. And if you need to talk to it, or you watch the film already and you need to decompress, or you need to um, if you need to talk to somebody afterwards about what you saw, and just kind of get it out, I'm here for you. And please don't hesitate to reach out to me, message me, call me, whatever it takes. And I am here for the folks who will go out there and bear witness. Thank you for that quote. All right, Lester, I really appreciate that. Carol Barat has asked us to pray for her dear friend Vivi, who is a hen rescued from the egg industry. And she says that all her hens are implanted, which is a really good thing. And for those of folks who don't know that, many of the hens who come from egg laying industries, a lot of sanctuaries, a lot of good caring people will implant their hens with a birth control device that will help slow their egg production down. But it really only slows it down, and the damage often is already done after they've been rescued, and their reproductive organs have suffered a lot of damage, and they're often live short lives, and are in need of a lot of medical care that I'm sure my dearest friend Carol has been providing for her 14 friends. I think that's amazing that she has 14 rescued hens from the egg industry. But Vivi's particularly isn't doing as well, and I want to dedicate some prayers to Vivi, and please, if everybody, let us together pray for Vivi's good health. Thank you, Father Robert, for never closing your eyes and always speaking up for our dear animal friends. I appreciate your advocacy work. Yeah, I think that's a wonderful story there, Mariel. Thank you for sharing. I think there's a lot of power in showing other people these videos. And again, I want to impress how important it is, I think, that vegans watch these films. I think it's great when non-vegans watch it as well, and maybe that'll cause them to change their mind on their eating habits. But I especially want to impress that vegans do this. I think it's important. Good morning, Bosalakot. So good to see you. Let us conclude today's services. I will attempt to do another sanctuary tour. We'll see how that works out. I'm still trying to get my phone to work the way I want it to be able to do that. We'll recite the Animal Liberation Prayer as well as the dedication of merit to our dear animal friends. Animal Liberation Prayer found on page 12, 13, and 14 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who subject them to unbearable pain in labs throughout the world, be free of all suffering. May alternatives to animal experimentation, vivisection, and dissection be implemented immediately. May bodhicitta, the quality of compassion that leads to enlightenment, fill the hearts of those who imprison them. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who suffer endless days, months, and years locked in tiny cages unable to move, be filled with peace and calm. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who are forcibly taken from their families, be reunited, and may all families be able to stay together. May the hearts of those who work in slaughterhouses, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends be filled with bodhicitta, so the very thought of harm is purified. May they never kill again, and may the slaughterhouse lines, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends become immediately empty. May no animal be afraid or depressed. May their bodies be free of injuries, disease, and illness. May the mutilation of their bodies be forever ceased. May those who need homes or have been driven from them find shelter, plentiful food, and water. May there be liberation for those tortured for fur, entertainment, or who are hunted. May those who believe that they are superior to our brother and sister animals develop perfect equanimity, and may they realize in their hearts that all sentient beings possess Buddha nature, the potential to be completely free of suffering, and that they are not ours to kill or exploit. May the billions of land and sea-dwelling sentient beings who abused, exploited, and killed due to greed, hatred, and ignorance be free of suffering. May all the nets, hooks, blades, projectiles, traps, snares, cages, pens, tanks, lethal restraints, saddles, reins, prods, bait, poison, and all instruments used to harm, exploit, and dominate our dear animal friends be forever abolished. May all human and non-human sentient beings live together in harmony, peace, equanimity, and achieve perfect enlightenment quickly. May we all experience happiness, safety, freedom, and animal liberation in this very lifetime. We now recite the dedication of merit found on page 16 and 17 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. Throughout our many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue we have accomplished, including this aspiration for peace, and all that we will ever attain, this we offer for the benefit of all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends. May suffering, exploitation, and unnecessary death be decreased for every being, while wisdom, bliss, and compassion increase in this and every future life. May we clearly and instantly perceive the plight of our dear animal friends with the urgency and seriousness they deserve, and our every action leads them to complete liberation. May we quickly attain enlightenment, and it will work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Alright, I will see if I can get this tour to work correctly here. Alright, it does look like we're working. It does look like we have sound. There's Lucy. You doing good, Lucy? Just relaxing? And Miyachi over here. And Toshi and Tommy. And there's Wizard the mini horse. And that's Bodhi. Getting so big, Bodhi. He was just a little calf when he came to the Animal Liberation Temple. Well, he's one living sanctuary cow, but he a little bit of time here. And here some of our horse friends. I believe I forget the other horses' names. I'm really bad with names. And you see out there in the distance is B, the calf, and another one of the cows. Let's see if we can not lose connection. I'll try not to go too far. So we're gonna May the rooster, Sunny the hen, two of our duck friends there. They're some of our fosters. And Daniela over here with, I believe, Alice, Elton, Glennis, and Harriet. Hi, Harriet. They're in here while everybody else finishes their breakfast. And Priya. Hi, Priya. Love you. Oh, there's Dora. Again, I think it might be too dark for people to see, but yeah, there's Dora. I don't want to walk too far down there this time because I lose signal. I'll find a better way to do sanctuary tours. You know, probably get a remote camera that I can take around. We'll figure it out. But for now, that's how we'll do things. Very beautiful day here at the Animal Liberation Temple. Still very blessed to be in a place like this, surrounded by my non-human animal friends. Little Missy the Chihuahua friend. Thank you, Tani. They are very cute. I don't know why am I echoing. Thank you, April. So maybe I hope there's someone. You see someone new each week. There's 90 some residents here. Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to get rid of the echo. Make sure everything is working correctly. But thank you, everybody, for joining us here at the Animal Liberation Temple, where we're at the service of the spiritual and physical liberation of our dear animal friends. Please, stay tuned in for our credits reel. I'm still working to make those perfect. Try to get those to work, everything to work correctly. But thank you, everybody. Please reach out to me if you need help. You know, bearing witness, I'm here for those folks who are willing to do that great work. Sorry, folks, I'm just having a little bit of trouble getting this to work. I'd like to thank you everyone for wonderful folks who have contributed to our Dear Animal residence at the Animal Liberation Temple. Tani Salazar, Louis Bernet, Kitty Jones, Alana, and our PayPal donors, Stacy, Father Robert Monroe, Bathsheba Berman, and Joshua Markson. And our Patreon supporters, Susan Fryman, Pauline Bradford, and Paula Partenheimer. Thank you so much. And if you want to support our temple either monthly through our Patreon or donations individual basis, can be all found at our Linktree. Really appreciate everybody. And thank you for joining our services. Have a wonderful week. We appreciate everybody tuning in live. Thank you.